Hola, it's Gabby here for Crafty Gabby. And before I made my card for this video, I'm going to show you the chart that I made for myself with different type of papers, with different type of media. Like I just use the distress oxide and distress inks, also copy markers, watercolor, um, alcohol inks. As you see, depending on the paper, the inks will absorb less or more, and you have different shades with the same colors. In the glossy paper, they're always going to look lighter than in a matte paper. And the Nina is a little bit more expensive, but this is very good for copy markers. That's what I noticed. But the distress inks and distress inks oxide, they look good, and they manage very well in any type of paper. Just the color, it will be intense or lighter. Now for my card, I'm going to stamp this bottle in color paper with my Versamark, and I'm going to emboss with black embossing powder. After I set the embossing powder to the paper with the heat gun, I'm going to stamp another image that is a bear holding a little heart. I'm going also to do that one in the same Versamark with the black embossing powder. After I finish doing this, I will color all the image with watercolors. For the watercolors, I use a very simple way to do it. I just add until I get the shade that I want, and I use just blue and a little bit of gray to add shadow. I'm going to cut the panel a little bit smaller, and after that I'm going to add more watercolor in gray to add a stand or a place for the bottle to be standing. That way the bottle doesn't look like it's floating. I will mark circles in different sizes because I was at the beginning trying to add the bokeh effect, but when I finish they look more like bubbles. To make the bubble, I just made one side darker than the other one, as simple as that. And I didn't want to add any bubble in top of the bottles because I really like it how the bottle look, and I say if I maybe stamp a bubble in top of the bottle, I'm going to mess it up. No, I leave it like that, like the bubbles are behind the bottle. Plus, we are not looking for a realistic look in here. That's the magic of crafting. I added details with my white gel pen, and I also going to cut a word that say love. I was at the beginning of my project trying to like put a level in the bottle and add the word love, but I couldn't find any die cut big enough for the word in the bottle. All my levels are small, and for that I just decide to add the word love by itself. I just color in red, and I also add with the markers, Versamark sparkling markers, I think they are, in darker red because I want a very intense red. I pass it through my sticker maker, press it very well to the sides, that way the words don't have anything sticking out of in the borders. And I'm going to glue it down in the top of the bottle. After I do this, I'm going to add little hearts in the top of the bottle, like the bottle was just open and heart are sparkling to the outside. Also, I'm going to add glossy accents to the love word, and I'm going to add my panel to my card base. For the card base, it's just going to be white cardstock, but I will put a panel in the top that is pink to match a little bit what is the love things that is going on in the card. Also, it will look good in purple or red. I think it will look very good also. After I glue my panel, I'm going to add little jewels in this, and I'm going to add the jewels next to the color release. Next to the yellow bubble, I will add yellow little jewels, and so on. When I finish gluing this, my card is done. Now I'm going to make a different card using the same stamp set, but now with the die cuts. And I'm going to cut the frame of the bottle, but I'm going to leave the frame stick up. It's for that I adding masking tape in the back of the die cut, because I want to keep everything together. I'm going to make a shaker card. For real, shaker cards and me are not friends yet. I don't know. For me, it's very complicated. I don't know why to make shaker card that I really like. It's for that I decide to make the shaker piece and glue it to the card. I stamp it with Versamark and black embossing powder, this little bird. And when you cut this little bird, the hands, they cut also, and you can stick something between his arm. I coloring him with oxidized inks. I just adding a light color, and in the borders a darker color, and then a little bit darker. And also I'm going to color his pink cheeks with oxidized inks. All the berries with oxidized inks. It look weird right now, but when you cut it, when you die cut it, it will look good. I also cut this heart. This heart come in the die cut set, and it come with little heart and big heart. I cut the big of the set. I also going to add double-sided stick tape in the back of his hands, because I'm going to put it in a shaker card. I don't want this part to lift, mess it up. For the bottle that I cut, I just color the down part of the bottle in gray and the whole bottle in pink, going a little bit in the top of the gray. I also going to cut the frame in pink acetate, and I also going to cut it in white cardstock. In the white cardstock, I'm going to glue, yes, double-sided stick tape, and I'm going to glue it to acetate and cut it. Then after that, I'm going to add to this piece, in the back of this piece where is the acetate, I'm going to add double foam tape, but I'm going to add double layer of foam tape. That way the elements, the pieces for the shaker card will move freely. I will glue my bear and add the little hearts, not that much because I didn't want that much, and I'm going to glue the part that I just prepared. Sorry I didn't film the part where I glue the bear, but that's just what I did. I glued the bear to the part that I colored with oxide inks, and I added little hearts inside. These hearts are made like from clay, the baked clay. And as you see here, I'm gluing the pink acetate in the top of the white. I didn't like the way it looked, the size with the foam tape. If for that I cut these strips that I a quarter of inch. I'm going to glue them to the side. That way we don't see all the mess with the foam tape. Some little white parts are peeking. It's for that I also, after I finish gluing, I will add a little bit more of the oxide all around the car. The way it look like it's no errors, for saying some way. I decided to still matching the color that I was using, that was gray and pink. I grabbed this paper and I'm going to add to the bottle baker twine and a small tiny tag that I color in gray. Also for my card base is going to be white cardstock with a paneling red glue on. That way we match also the heart and the sentiment that I'm going to add later. After I glue this, I'm going to glue the bottle. And I also going to glue the pink heart to the tag. Because I have masking tape in the back of the bottle, I decide to glue it down with double-sided stick tape, because sometimes the glue, when have a very smooth surface or slippery or shiny, they liquid glue don't glue very well. I adding knots to the baker twine, that way don't get untangled. And I also going to add a speech bubble, and in the same glitter red paper that I made the heart, I'm going to add the word hello. And to finish my card, I'm going to add little jewels in some of the dots, in the same color of the dots on the card. In the white dots, I add white little jewels, and in the red dot, red little jewels, and in the pink dot, pink little jewels. But not in all of them, because that would be crazy. I will add it randomly here and there. Well, these are my cards for today. Thank you for watching my videos. I hope you like them. And until next card, goodbye.